Who am I? It's a tough question. A valid response could be, well, I'm me. I stand in the mirror and I see myself, 6 foot tall, short dark hair and patchy stubble. That's the physical me. But there's another. There is the inner mirror, reflecting the inner self. This version of us holds what psychologists call a self-schema, like an information store that influences the way we think and remember. In other words, the schema is the story we have about ourselves, our attitudes and beliefs about our own character, the person we think we are. Hi, my name's Taylor. For years I've been stuck, swimming against resistance, struggling to hit my goals. And what I realised was I was building off a poor foundation, which is my poor mindset and poor self-image. I've always wanted to make progress towards my goals, but as I said, I always found it like I was swimming upstream, like there was this resistance, that there was always this thing, tell me not to, tell me I couldn't, and holding me back. So I became dedicated to learning about myself and the mindsets and routines that I could adopt that would bring me closer to my goals rather than hinder them. Self-image is the bedrock foundation of forging a mindset that's going to bring you closer towards your goals. Understand that your body and mind are intrinsically linked, and your mind is a very, very powerful tool that can influence the way you act based on how you think. Or if you're in an unfamiliar social situation and you think to yourself, my God, I'm so nervous. What's the next thing that's going to happen? Your shoulders are going to round, your gaze will lower, and you'll possibly reach for your phone. So your mind has told your body that it's nervous, and your body has updated your posture to act accordingly to that. So what's the opposite of that? You tell yourself, I'm confident. You take a big deep breath of air, you puff your chest, you meet people's gaze, you maintain eye contact. And that's from programming your body with the thoughts that you're having. So what makes poor self-image? Well, it's essentially the negative beliefs that you hold about yourself. Now, how I've most implemented this in my daily life is productivity. So some examples of bad self-image relating to productivity would be, I'm lazy, I'm unmotivated, I don't have the energy, I'd rather do something else, I don't enjoy focusing, I don't enjoy hard work. But we can also have negative beliefs relating to social context. So beliefs like asking yourself, who would want to be friends with me, or I'm not cool enough to go to that place, or I'm not attractive enough to speak to that girl, or what if they laugh at me? A major contributing factor to poor self-image is the accumulative criticism that a person collected as a child. Since children rely on evaluation for forming behaviours and beliefs, they are particularly vulnerable to accepting negative criticism from authority figures in their lives. So what I want you to do is think about the authority figures that you've had in your life up until this point. Now, you probably think, my parents, and hopefully you've had, loving, caring parents that through your childhood years loved you and filled you full of, positive self-image messages. But odds are most of the feedback that you received from authority figures in your childhood and teenage years was from teachers at school. Now, if you're anything like I was in school, you'll know that compliments and positive feedback from teachers is few and far between. I often completed work to a poor standard or just didn't bother to complete it at all. As a result, the feedback I got from teachers was that I was lazy, unmotivated, disruptive, or perhaps even unintelligent. And the thing is with teachers, even when feedback was positive, it's only because you completed the task to the standard that they set. This feedback process does not create the kind of self-image of a person who can plan the next task and execute. School gives us the self-image of someone that if you accept the work and complete it to, what's expected of you, then you're a good boy. Thing is, if you want to be successful, you have to adopt the self-image of the person who sets the work and completes it, not the person who is given the work to complete. It's easy to say, right? Just adopt the identity of the person who knows what work to do and knows the next task to complete and can execute. Well, here's a few strategies that I've implemented to improve my own mindset and self-image. Firstly is affirmations. Now I know what you're thinking. No amount of chanting in the mirror is going to magically spawn a briefcase of money on my bed. And you're right. But what affirmations can do is promote positive thinking and overcome self-sabotage. Don't think about it as wishful thinking, and instead look at it like repetitions for the mind. So when you're training your body and you're exercising, it's repetition after repetition. The more you say these things and the more you repeat these affirmations to yourself, it will eventually change the way you think and change the way you act accordingly. Key point: what we say or the story we tell ourselves directly influences our attitudes and beliefs and predicts our future actions. I'm going to say it again. What we think and the story we tell ourselves directly influences our beliefs and attitudes and predicts future actions. Still not convinced of the power of the mind? We'll consider this. 2 people want to stop smoking. They stop smoking at the same time, and 2 weeks after their last, they are both offered a cigarette. The first person says, "Oh no, I can't smoke. I'm trying to quit smoking. I haven't had a fag in over 2 weeks." The second person says, "No thank you, I don't smoke." Now who is more likely to relapse and smoke again? It's so obvious, isn't it? The first guy holds on to his old identity of the smoker, the person who's trying to quit, the person who cigarettes have some kind of control or power over them. The other has adopted a new identity of a health conscious person or individual who doesn't give in to bad habits and who doesn't partake in things that he knows damages him. So practically, how do we use affirmations? Well, it's simple. Think about an aspect of your life that you want to change and then simply step into the mindset of someone who would be really good at that thing. So let's pretend that it's productivity and you think, oh, I really need to get more productive and work more and focus more. So your affirmations could be, I am confident in my abilities. I enjoy focus. I enjoy hard work. I am the kind of person who does what they say they're going to do. And every time you feel resistance or potential distraction or motivation is wavering, you just repeat those words and eventually you'll start to believe it. If you sit down to do some work, maybe you do 20-30 minutes and you're feeling pretty good about that, but then you go to stand up and you think, no, I'm the kind of person who enjoys getting the task done. I'm the kind of person who doesn't stop until the task is done. And eventually you will adopt that and you will get comfortable with doing the thing that you say you can do. Maybe it's not enough. Maybe as you're saying these statements, there's a little doubt in your mind, there's a little voice in the back of your head that's thinking, yeah right, you're focused, yeah right, you're full of energy, you say you're the kind of guy who gets stuff done. I doubt it, like I can't see it. This is when we hit play on the mental movie. So for this, all I want you to do, close your eyes and really picture yourself sitting back in your chair after just completing a long session of deep work. Your timer's gone off, you've worked to a good standard, you've worked for the number of hours you said you were going to do. You now know that you can enjoy the rest of your evening and sleep well tonight because the work has been done. The task has been conquered. You take a big deep breath and you relax, knowing that you couldn't have done anything more productive in the last 5 to 6 hours. That feels good, doesn't it? That makes you feel like you want to work, that you want to complete the task and reach that feeling of relaxation and accomplishment. Yeah, visualize the completion of the task. Visualize how good it's going to be whenever you do the things you say you're going to do. And another example is, you get up for the gym. You said you were going to go to the gym this morning, and you stand up and you say your affirmations. You say, I'm a strong man. I'm a masculine man. I enjoy working out. I enjoy sweating. I enjoy hard work. And the little voice says, yeah, but it's quite early. Like, do you not think we could go to the gym a bit later, or delay, blah, blah, blah? That's when you play the mental movie. That's when you think about lying back after a really hard session. You're breathing hard. You're breathing fast. You're sweating. Your sweat's dripping all over the floor. You've got that taste of metal in the back of your mouth. If you had this feeling anywhere else, you would think you were dying. But you're embracing it, you're enjoying it, because you just earned the feeling of lying on the floor and catching your breath because you just worked so damn hard. I personally practice visualization and affirmations morning and night daily. So what you can do is set a little planner, and in the morning you tell yourself what you need to hear. You visualize how good your day is going to go. You visualize you smashing your goals, and then you tick that off, and then you do that at night and repeat. And the more repetition of this, and every day you wake up and you say, I am this, I'm going to do this. You keep fueling. That's how you build momentum. That's all from me, guys. Hopefully you learned something from this quick video, and you can implement some of these strategies into your own daily life, because I know they definitely helped me. Self-development is something I'm very passionate about, and I hope you can hit the subscribe button and come along on my journey, and hopefully we can learn from each other. So thanks, guys. Peace.